remember when you lame player hated a player, now the same lame player they call a player man.
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Bears' speedy running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
first down and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, pick six on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball, deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Vikings send out their punter. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Vikings to take over. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And this one, a 15-point spread as they've reached halftime. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Bears, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Watson off play action. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Watson on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Watson on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
From the 25 on second down. Watson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter. Back now at Soldier Field.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. Henry's got it out on the left side. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations, so it is harder to defend.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return is Pettis.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Watson. Touchdown Bears. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen for Cook. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing now, Watson. Touchdown, Bears! Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
An extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Chicago, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.